Carnivore crew today. Now, this is a group that I've come up with to help people achieve the physique they want using the carnivore diet. Now, this isn't one of those typical, 1,200 US dollars per month sort of programs. People do charge a ridiculous amount, and oftentimes they're not qualified to. This kind of brought me to the group anyway, so I got a bit frustrated with seeing this, and I thought, how are people meant to access this information when it costs this much money, I already offer 90% of my advice for free that I give out online. This is through live Q&As, both on my channel and on other people's channels. I help people through online messaging, forum comments. I do care a lot about the community as a whole. I thought to myself, how can I make this more personal for people without consulting individual people? Some people want the group sort of aspect of it all, so this is how I came up with the group. Anyway, it will be a Facebook group, a private one, so it'll be invite only, and the way you get that is by purchasing the plan itself, and it is using the carnivore diet to achieve your best physique. Now, there will also be a messaging group on Facebook. This will be used to communicate daily or perhaps less often. The main thing about the group is it's for accountability, so that's why it's the cost it is, and that's why I think many people find it useful. It's there's a lot of misinformation out there online, and you can't always approach some of the top guys to get good advice. It can cost a lot of money. Some folks out there are charging $1,000 an hour for a consultation. The average person watching this video probably cannot afford that, so I can understand that, I can relate to that. Because when I've been in a position where I've needed help before, it's been out of reach and I've not been able to access it. That does frustrate me a lot. Now, this won't be an invitation to send random memes, appropriate jokes, take the mick out of people. It's not that sort of group. This is a positive group. It is a community setting, and the way I'm going to, filter members is by ensuring that, one, they pay the fee, and two, they abide by the rules. And it seems odd sort of promoting something and talking straight away about the rules, but I know how these groups go, and they often don't stick to the topic. The topic at hand is, how are you going to use the carnivore diet to achieve your best physique, as I've said already. So if it doesn't evolve around that, the chat is useless. So yeah, that's what I want to get across here, as clearly and plain as possible. Now, it'll be very useful for people to use the carnivore crew as an accountability method. I know myself and a lot of other people, it kind of helps sometimes to check in and sort of say to people, this is what I'm doing, and this is how it's working. What do you think? It's good to have a second opinion sometimes. Now, it doesn't mean that myself or other people in the group are going to be coaching you. I want that to be very clear. This isn't a ultra cheap coaching program. I'm already at a loss in terms of my consultancies and coaching, it seems sometimes. I do enjoy doing it, that's why I carry on doing it, but it does become quite time costly to coach lots of people, especially with the low fees I charge. And sometimes people need more personal advice, so this is why I'm doing this. It allows a group kind of interaction, which many of you I think will find useful. Now, this isn't necessarily a group for you to find your way to become Mr. or Miss Olympia. This isn't a bodybuilding group. Now, I do use some bodybuilding methods to help people achieve their physique goals, but it is for anyone that is looking to improve their physique. So even if your workout is walking up the stairs, using your sofa, the edge of your sofa as a way to do some dips, push-ups, some squats, whatever you need to do, this group is for you. It is for anyone. Even if you use a big box gym and you're an expert at training, this group is still relevant to you. There's still some key advice which people will think often misunderstand or don't know about, which I think many of you will find useful. Now, what you put in is what you get out. So you can't be a silent observer in this group and think, okay, I'm going to learn everything and it's going to go perfectly and I'm just going to follow what everyone says. And you have to interact with the group. Now, you're welcome to join the group and just see what people have to say. Nothing wrong with that. But the people that get the best results are oftentimes the people that will interact most, communicate, and show the vulnerability, I think, is important as well. You know, so that might mean that you update the group once a week or every day or every few days and say, this is my weight on the scales, this is how big my arms are, this is my waist measurement, this is my body fat percentage, whatever you find is something you're going to use as your metric to see if you're getting better or not. You know, this group is about getting better. I want that to be very clear. So you can also feel free to update the group with your training footage. People can look at that and maybe get ideas themselves or give you advice. Maybe it's that you're not sure how to do a squat properly, you don't know how to do different exercises with the most effectiveness, so people can look at that and give you some advice. That's quite useful there in that regard as well. Now, studies show that many of us can actually benefit from having a group or community setting to help us achieve our goals. And I think that is the case, and it's evident in the fact that there are lots of carnivore groups out there now. And they do have lots of members in them, and if people didn't find them useful, they wouldn't keep signing up. So I think there's a lot of benefits to be had from this. So just to summarise, the main points of this group is to provide accountability to its members. It's supportive and will be a close-knit network. This isn't going to be a group with 1,000 people in it. You know, that won't help me, won't help anyone else to achieve their goals. It'll be too broad, things go off topic, it will be poorly run. I'll have a think about what kind of limit I have in terms of the numbers of the group, but I think somewhere between 20 and 100 people right now, but we'll see how the dynamic goes. It might be that I get people flooding in and I think this is a bit much, like people aren't going to benefit as much from the more personal, intimate advice given. It is also a confidential place to discuss your physique goals. It's meant to be a safe zone, so we aren't looking to have egos here, you know. This is something where you're going to be able to give and receive advice with open arms and think, yeah, that was useful, that wasn't useful, but it might be useful to someone else, you know. I'm going to leave a disclaimer here because I think it's important to have a good idea of what the rules are. So now this is not a way to receive private consultations from me. This isn't something where you can message me a 40-minute voice note and expect an answer back. That's not what this group is about. If you want that sort of thing, that is bookable from my website at compositionconsultant.com. Also, at very affordable rates. Any questions that I pose towards the group are as a collective and not just myself. So, although I will interact and help you guys how I can, I am not the sole provider of the information, if that makes sense. Now, if there is misinformation in the group, I will do my best to moderate it. When I say misinformation, I mean something that is completely against the grain that could be damaging to someone's health. I don't want that, you know? It's about aligning physique goals with positive health outcomes. That's always the goal. Now, it's only available over Facebook. This is the most popular platform I see being used by carnivore fitness enthusiasts. The reason why I wouldn't use it through WhatsApp is because not many people actually have WhatsApp that I speak to and consult with. Also, you can't have the group setting on the Facebook. You know, like we're having the Facebook group with WhatsApp. It won't work. It has to be through Facebook. If you do not have Facebook, you cannot access the service. It's as simple as that. Now, if there was a way to make it cross-platform, I would, but there isn't. So this is the best I can offer right now. And at £40 British, I think, even if you didn't have a Facebook account and you wanted to sign up, you had no objections to it, you could do that and just do it that way. So it's not inaccessible, I don't think. Another thing is to leave the egos at the door. It's not about me saying to you, I can lift more than you, or someone else can lift more than me, or vice versa, anything like that. It's all about how are you going to get better and giving you guys the right information that you need to get better in a safe manner. This isn't something where I'm going to be promoting doing heavy detox things and fasting for weeks on end. This is a way of implementing a plan through diet and exercise protocols that is safe, that is sustainable, and gets you close to your goals. That is it. This isn't some take loads of performance enhancing drugs and see what happens kind of thing. It's not that at all. This is about what you can do long term to help you get close to your goals. That's what I want to make very clear here. Now, it's all about progress. That means you're going to have to look at this from the sort of long haul kind of approach. The reason why I made this a 4-month plan, scaling from March to the end of June, is that people want to get in a better shape for summer. That's a common goal people have, and I think 1 month wouldn't quite do it for a lot of people. But 4 months is quite useful. It doesn't guarantee you're going to get from a BMI of like 50 to shredded six-pack in 4 months. But you'll get closer if you follow the advice, if you use a sensible approach, and that's what I want to get across very clearly. It's about sensible approach, nothing drastic, nothing crazy. Everything in this group is safe. We're not advocating anything that is outside of the realms of a safe approach, Now, I reserve the right to remove anyone from the group that behaves inappropriately or is disrespectful to any members. This isn't a bullying sort of group where people can join and say someone's doing it wrong. You have to approach each other with a respectful manner. That is very important to me. Now, I don't expect this really to apply to many people that I have to be able to, kick people out of the group, but I just want to mention that there for completeness. I don't really expect to be able to have to do that. Now, in 4 months, we can cover a lot of ground here. We can begin to align physique goals with positive health outcomes. Hard work and a bit of patience will get us there. But also, please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And feel free to share this video to anyone you think it may help. This is a program that is £40 British for 4 months. It's not 160 over the span of 4 months. It's £40 British. It's £10 per month, effectively. So it's something people can use as a tool in the background. They can check in with the group when they want, and hopefully they'll find it useful. Now, that should pretty much explain everything that I have to offer with the group. Please leave a like and a comment below the video, and I hope to see you there soon. Thank you.